All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of A Monster Hunter Plays Dauntless. I'm your host, Danny, as well as the man playing the game. Today, I'll be doing a little bit of questing. I'm probably going to take it very easy, though. I've discovered something about this game that I'd been complaining a lot about, and figured out how to remedy that, which was the control inputs and lag. I have figured out how to remedy that, as well as I would like to touch on a video I watched last night by a YouTuber by the name of PeakGinge. Ginge starting with a G. It's in the description below. Look that YouTuber up. I find his content quite entertaining, and I agree with a lot of PeakGinge's opinions and assessments on the Monster Hunter franchise as well as the games. So I recommend checking him out. He makes really entertaining content, and I look forward to it every day I see it in my feed, to be honest with you. I did, however, want to touch on a few points that he made about this game, and some of them I will be reinforcing. Like, I do share a lot of the same opinions on this game that he had, but I also disagree with a few things too, and I want to address those right away. One of the things he mentioned, and he kind of saved it towards the latter part of the video, which was, he mentioned the, how would you say, the microtransactions. I didn't want to say pay to win, because pay to win is the exact opposite of the microtransactions going on within this game. To be honest with you, he didn't really like them. He said that he didn't really like them being in there, but he said they came off as harmless, so it didn't bother him too much. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it should bother him at all, but those are his feelings, and he's entitled to them, and who am I to say that he's wrong to feel that way? Honestly, when I first saw, I don't know, not so harmful transactions pop up in video games like that, I was on the fence too. World of Warcraft by Blizzard, you want to talk about pay to win, they have it. It through themselves too. It's not just some outside party farming gold and then selling it to you and then stealing your credit card information, pulling your money out of your PayPal account. No, none of that. Because they decided to eliminate the middleman and become the man themselves. In order to be the man, you gotta beat the man. That's what Ric Flair always says. And sure as the sun comes up every day, that is a fact. So that Blizzard managed to make happen. So if this looks confusing, why I'm running around fighting blaze monsters with a blaze weapon, I'll clarify what's going on. These are extremely weak monsters to my level. So, yeah, I don't get so much of the weapon experience for defeating the behemoth, but I do clear out those bounties quite fast. And one thing I've noticed is your, what is it? Not your weapon XP, but the other XP bar that gives you the elemental coins once you've maxed out your season pass. And I'll be touching on that season pass thing here shortly. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. We all know what state I live in and what's legal here. I tend to forget things. You ever forget? Because I know I do. And I tend to do it sometimes a little too often than I care to. Let's see. Oh yeah, the season pass. That was something he brought up that he did not like, to be honest. And I was kind of perturbed by that, to be honest. Because if you look at the season pass, and here, let me pull that up for you all. If I can get my options, finally the lag caught up. All right, let's see here. Now, if you look at this, you don't have to buy this. You don't have to buy into it. Yeah, it costs actual money to buy the platinum, but you can earn it for free down here. Yeah, you might not get enough by the time you hit 100 on your hunt pass, but you also don't have to buy it. And that was something that it kind of bothered him, and I'll be honest with you, it doesn't bother me none at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, again, I've mentioned this before, these microtransactions are not pay to win by any means necessary. So you don't have to have the season pass to get a lot out of this game. I opted to as a way to show support because I've played this game a little bit and I started enjoying it. And what better way to tell a company, hey, I enjoy your stuff. Here, let me give you my money for it, you know? Especially seeing how this is a game that didn't cost me anything to download and still hasn't costed me anything to play except for just needing a PlayStation and the subscription, of course, to Sony Online, as well as a internet connection. So yeah, I am paying money, but not directly to them, just to play this game. So I don't feel that that should be a concern to anybody, especially when it's absolutely not pay to win. And again, he mentioned that, oh yeah, there are a lot of things in here that are cosmetic, and yes, they are. And what harm is that doing? So I ask, and the answer, we all know it, there is no harm. I believe this game's been out long enough too to where if they wanted to put anything dubious like that, like buying rams, buying combat merits, because you need those to actually pay to win kind of situation. You would need those to be able to buy those in order to win, I guess. You can't pay for those, so there is no pay to win, because you need those to beef your character up. You can buy the things that you get normally, except for those elemental coins. And being able to buy those would make that pay to win as well. So because you can use those to buy exchange for currency. So I don't agree that the microtransactions in this game are or could potentially be a problem, especially with how long this game's been around. I mean, I believe this came out it'd been in development for a few years, but it did not come out until shortly after, I think, Monster Hunter World, or maybe it came out around the same time. So it's been out for a few years, and so if they wanted to do anything like that with the microtransactions, they'd have done it a couple years ago already. So with that out of the way, yeah, I disagree with both his statements of the hunt pass and the microtransactions, which touch on the hunt pass, but regardless of that, I agreed with a lot of the other things he said. I do disagree, however, that he kind of implied that this game's kind of a placeholder that you play in between Monster Hunter releases. I disagree strongly about that. I feel that this is a strong enough game, and with proof here, look at all these players still playing this game years later. Clearly, this is not a one-hit wonder, flash in the pan, flavor of the month game, you know, or just a band-aid for your Monster Hunter cravings. No, this is actually a pretty solid game. Yeah, it has a lot of hiccups, and they do upset me too. I have big issue with some of the hiccups that I find in here, but overall, I'm still playing it. We're on episode 10, baby. I've been playing this for a few months now too. If this is just to hold me till Rise, then I don't know. Because I'll be honest, I have no desire to play Rise at all. I didn't like the way it looked when it was on the other platforms coming out, and I sure don't really have any interest in it now that it's coming out for the PlayStation. I really have no interest in it at all. Nothing about it compels me to make me want to play it. In fact, a lot of what I see of the game upsets me, like the wire bug system. I'm still gonna trash on that because I think it's ridiculous. It really makes you not a hunter, but a superhero. I mean, you're literally flying around the air, untouchable at times. I don't know. I have issues with a game that makes you do that. I mean, what about the poor greatsword users? You know, you have to stay rooted into the ground in order to use your weapon effectively. You know, yeah, it's no big deal for the insect glaive users, but yeah, it comes as an issue for most. Looks like I'm done with a bunch of my bounties as well as my daily challenge. Heading back to Ramsgate to check out more bounties. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about his opinions on that. Yeah, I agreed with a lot of them, but I believe this game is far better than he gives it credit for, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't feel he played this thoroughly. He had a lot of... he didn't have much to say about the Slayer's Path system. He said, oh, it looks like you can upgrade here as you unlock stuff. He didn't explore much of that. So I don't feel that he really had a basis to talk about that section of the game or to review it, because honestly, if you don't know anything about it, then don't talk about it. You have no business talking about it. And I'm not saying that out of disrespect towards him or his channel or the things he does, but I mean, look at this. This game is designed for you to invest time in so you can unlock this stuff. I've been at this for a few months now. I still don't have a lot of my Slayer's Path unlocked. In fact, I don't even have half of it done yet. Finally, the last of my defenses in this section. Now I can focus on either offensive stuff or more defensive stuff here. Not here, here on the resistances. This will be my next focus, is filling all of these out. I feel these are more important to fill out than this section down here. Mostly because these are more like accents to your, these are more support than defense, whereas this is defense. And then you have more support stuff here, more so here. The complaining about you can only bring 5 potions. He clearly didn't know about this trick where, say, I'm on a hunt here, and then I run out of my potions, well, then I can come back. And that was another thing he brought up. Oh, you have no fear of failure in the game. Actually, you do. He clearly didn't play this game long enough to be in a party where everybody is under-equipped and are punching way above their weight class. He clearly didn't play enough to get to that point. Because he mentioned there is no failure, that the monster can run from you and escape, and he never saw that. Well, I've seen it a lot. I've seen it too many times, actually, where I thought, hey, I'm being clever, you know, I'm just strong enough to get into this super high level part. I'm gonna go for it. And evidently a lot of other people had that same idea too, because we were all underpowered. I think by the time the escalation percent hit 100 and it left, we barely even had it at 50% of its life. So I mean, I just, like I said, I disagree with the assessment. That's all on that. Oh, these are just horrible bounties that I don't want to upgrade. Alright, almost got this thing to 19. Or 20, I mean. I think this next run of bounties will finish it off. Looks like I had a visitor, but they didn't stick around because checking my thing, I don't see anything. I just see one viewer. My one viewer, that's it. That's fine though, that's fine. Alright, looks like I'm going back to the chain blades. See, 3 frost weapons and then 2 Terra weapon. Let's knock out the 2 Terras. The Terra bull quests, so to speak. Alright, that ought to do. Let's see what we got. So this will take care of half of that. That's fine. Alright. I was just there. I'm gonna do this one. This zone isn't too bad. And the Terra weapon, well, it's a weakness to the shock monster here, the Nazagaya. I think that's how you pronounce its name. Maybe the only one here. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, so the thing is, that thing about the potions, yeah, you just do this. Oh, I'm out of potions. Well, I'm here, and I still want to stay here, so you just do this. Bam. And then when I load back in, you get all your potions back. You get all your consumables back. Oh, another thing he didn't mention is that you can fail without consequence. No, you can't. After a certain amount of times you run out of your stimulant, and then you have to wait for your teammates to pick you up, that time regenerates slower and slower with every time you are, you know, dead or knocked out or what, are unconscious, whatever the game's mechanics call it in this game, or fainting if you're a, you know, Monster Hunter player. So yeah, there actually is there, you can fail, and I've seen it happen multiple times. I got you, dude. Sorry, I have a hard time, like, expressing things while playing game, while I'm concentrating on something. I'm really concentrating on not getting killed by this thing. I'm also concentrating on doing that, chopping its tail off. So my ability to communicate and convey ideas and whatnot, it gets limited. Like I said, we all know what's legal in the state of Washington and what I do recreationally. So I'm not gonna be fully present to speak these things, but nonetheless, I am here and I am doing, so there's that. Wow. Am I heading the right way? It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, another thing he kind of mentioned too was like how short the hunts are, and I think that's just because I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to fight one of these things for 20 minutes like I do in Monster Hunter because of the mechanics of this game. So I mean that's another thing that I wanted to bring up too, was like that they I don't know. I don't think he understood the reasoning by it, or just criticized it without knowing more about it. So again, I feel like that's, again, I don't feel like he played this game thoroughly enough to give it a fair review, or a fair comparison, I should say, if anything. It was unfairly compared to Monster Hunter World, mind you. Because, I mean, I'll tell you what, there are Monster Hunter games that this just smokes, just blows them right out of the water. And I've played them. So, I'll be honest with you. So, I feel like that assessment wasn't really a fair one. Wasn't really a fair review. Woo, the wind is blowing today. I just heard something fall over outside. All right. Oh, nice. He also didn't mention about the part breaking that goes on in this game, but he mentioned it in Monster Hunter, so I don't know. Or he lightly mentioned it? I don't know. Like I said, I don't feel like it was a very fair review slash assessment of the game. I feel like the review and the assessment came from somebody who just played it a little bit. The second time, I mean, so their second time, I mean. Ooh. Oh, I'm stuck in this barrier, so it's up to you guys. I really hate that. That's something I've brought up that needs an aim assist. Because I feel like I waste these abilities more than their use. Also didn't mention a lot of the game mechanics. It's like there are some brilliant game mechanics in the, or not brilliant, but some very well designed game mechanics for some of these monsters. Yeah, and I have my complaints here and there, but it's because there's one problem that holds things back. So it's like, yeah, you have this cool mechanic, but this is holding it back from being great. There's a lot of that in this game, actually. All right, finally, third one was the charm. You know, guys, I shouldn't be stuck on that thing. Come on. I hit dodge. That's that lag input I keep complaining about in this game. It's gotten better, though. I feel like it has gotten a little bit better since I've complained about it, but not by much, to be honest. Like I said, if I'm still having these issues, if I'm still pointing them out, then there's still work to be done. Still work that needs to be done, Phoenix Labs. The stamina system really sucks, too. It really needs an overhaul. This being on fire thing, too, that needs fixing. Yeah, it goes tandem with the stamina system. I'm gonna take both of those because I need them. You guys need to start aiming for the tails. I attacked it. Whatever. Gotta love that lag input. Oh, got that tip line right here. I know I said we gotta attack the tail, but what's the point of that if no one else is doing it? Like, I can't be the only one getting after it. Because some of these tails are hard to cut. I'm not gonna get there with this no stamina. Having to click the damn R3 button to sheath so I can recharge my stamina. Are you kidding me with this? Could you guys, like, really try to cut the tail off, please? Any players watching this, would you please focus on part breaking and not this, let's just kill as many as possible? You see that epic right there? You get those from breaking parts, guys. So please, get it together. Why are you following me? I'm going back to Ramsgate, jackass. Oh, that's why. All right, back to town for some town time. Oh boy. Probably gonna cut this short. Probably gonna play it for another, I don't know, half hour. And then probably be streaming another retro style game or the same one from yesterday, All Was Awakening. I do find that game really fun, but extremely frustrating at times. It's a hard game and probably not a good game for streaming, so I may not stream that anymore, just because I don't know about you, but you know, I love Super Metroid and all, but do I like watching somebody play it? Yeah, once in a while, you know, but with all the backtracking and whatnot, it takes the excitement out of watching somebody play it, you know, because you're having to backtrack. It's like, I've already seen this area before. I don't want to see it over and over and over again, and that's what you have to do in All Was Awakening. Especially with the map not really telling you where the dead ends are, so you're kind of stuck just guessing and retreading areas that you've already been to. It's not fun doing that stuff. The game's fun, but all the backtracking, yeah, that's a good way to get, you know, add time into your game from a, you know, from a programming standpoint, but at the same time too, it's just, it's not fun to watch. So, you know, it's not a game for streaming. Oh boy. Now they do that or that. I don't know, the neutral ones are easy. But this, I can just, any three, doesn't matter what weapon I use, so I can knock this out with this, or I can knock this out with this. Let's equip my frost axe for this, or I can equip my umbral axe. See what the axe is up to. Oh, actually, let me see this. Oh, just the pass leveled up. So they sent me a friend request, but I don't see it. I don't think I know. I know who Zero Hero is. That's my first person I ever played with in this game, as well as the first viewer I ever played with. I don't know who those other guys are. I think I just left them in there. Probably delete them later. What's the point of sending people these friend requests if you're not going to play with them, you know? And a lot of these people, they do it and then I never see them again. Or I see them online and then it's like, hey, want to play? Oh, you're doing something else. Why were you the one that sent me the friend request if you don't want to play then? And I see it a lot, you know, so much. I see it way too much, actually. It's pretty annoying, actually. If you're going to send somebody a friend request, you sure as hell had better start playing with them, because it's just going to get deleted. I'm about, actually, speaking of which, let's see, I know this guy from a different game. So these two guys, I'm not sure. I'll have to look, but you know, they're probably going to get deleted off of here. Alright, let's do some umbral action. Alright, let's see. You know what? This is actually not a bad spot to do this, because I just have to kill I have to just kill him with an umbral weapon. This wouldn't be a bad one either, although I don't know, I don't want to, not until I get that radiant armor set up. So yeah, this will work fine. Naizaga? Nazai, I don't know. Naizaga? Naizaga?
Your voice is awesome, WTF.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know why you would say that, though, the WTF part, but hey, thanks, I guess. I'll take the compliment. How you doing today? How was your holiday / New Year? Oh, running the wrong way. Alright. I don't think I'll make that jump. That would be foolish. Here we go. Oh, I hope they don't kill it before I show up. Nope, not even close. Oop. Here, enjoy this popsicle right in your taint. I just realized I'm not using the chain blades anymore. I'm like, why am I moving so slow? Whoop. There you go, here's a little power-up guy. Finally, another player that understands. Go for the tail. fastball. Nice. Now for my curve. Whoop. Missed. Alright. I don't know about that move. I don't know. I guess I didn't have iframes. Why not? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Gotta avoid those. Good job, guys. Kicking that beaver butt. I wonder if that beaver belonged to Winona. Any Primus fans out there? No? Okay, well, I just thought I'd make that bad joke. Especially an archaic joke. I mean, that'd be from the 90s. I think that's when that song came out in the 90s. I want to say like 96 or 97. I think it was the one after Pork Soda, which I didn't like that album too much. And again, I missed. Aim assist on those abilities would be really welcome. Nice. Good job, guys. Wow, you guys kicked that thing's butt. Can I get one? Nope. Oh, but I still... Now I'm maxed out. Nice. Thanks for the supply box, but why would you go after the Aether Vein if you were going to drop that? You selfish jerk. Why? That is so rude to do. Unless it was the other guy, then you're in the clear. But I think that was you. Not that I'm mad or anything. It didn't affect me because I'm at 100%. Ooh, big fight. I'm in. You know, your old boy Danny here loves to fight. Now I'm in for it here. Let's get that tail. Or not, because this one's a fast... I forget what they call this guy. I'm sure if somebody interrupts it, I'll be able to say the name. Or I'll be able to know the name of it. Oof. You got rid of some of my balls. Why? My balls. Come on, guys. Help me cut this tail off. One man cannot carry the team like that. I mean, I'm not carrying the team, but I'm trying to get this tail cut, darn it. So we can all get the items. We need the items. Well, maybe you guys don't, but I don't either. But I want the items. Because if I learn something from Monster Hunter, it's to hoard everything, collect everything, even if you don't need it. It's a bad habit that carried over into this game. Alright, got the tail. Oh, I got you, buddy. Well, I had you until this guy pushed me away. Well, I still got you. You're good. Oh, we got the win. Good job. I don't think I want a steak cut off of this guy with meat that color of blue. That doesn't look appetizing. You know, I've heard of having your steak blue, but not like that blue. Oh, time to go get that frost weapon. Drask, that's what that thing is. I've never seen a Drask move that fast until that fight, actually. Wow, they really want me to stick in this fight or no? Alright, good. I can head back to Ramsgate for some town time. Ooh, yeah, after these bounties too. Re-up on my bounties as well. Hopefully I don't accidentally over level the hammer, because I'm just after it for the one level, and then I'm just going to leave that hammer alone and focus on boosting some of the other weapons that I like, as well as maybe some that I'm not really interested in playing, like the, what is it, the war pike. Probably do that up a level so I can get the bonus for it in my Slayer's path. Those bonuses are really nice too. It does make it. That's one thing about this game that really, I believe, they got right and makes it successful, is look at all these weapons and their levels. It incentivizes you to level these up, and then, you know, when you hit 20 and you do the thing, the reforge, you go back to a lower level on it. You don't always go back to 1. It doesn't always default to that, depending on how much spillover experience you have. So I mean, it's they did a great job of making it very beneficial for you to explore the other weapons out there, and I have to say that's brilliant. I mean, look at all this. If I get that hammer up to 20, I get this. That is a great ability. Now, if I were big into the hammer and I get all of this, that is so much. Let's see, there's 5 levels of it. That's 15%. 15% weapon stagger damage. You'd be a fool not to capitalize on it. This, however, is a little disappointing. It's only 1%, but hey, I'm up to 4. And a couple more levels, I've got it up to 5, and then I can just play with the axe for fun instead of out of necessity of leveling, which I'm actually going for, because I find the axe to be one of my favorites, but I'm really falling in love with these chain blades, and I'm a real big fan of the Aether Strikers. I really, really like these. The repeaters, I liked them at first, but I don't know. They're fun if you're fighting something, you know, maybe like in the light green or gray level ranges, but on level or above, you got to be better. And I'm not very good with these, so I'm just gonna call it as I see it. You know, I'm not good with them. And I'm not gonna lie that I'm good with them. What's the point of lying about something stupid like that? Ain't trivial. So that's what that's about. Where was this a minute ago? That's fine. That's fine. I love the axe, so you're not hurting me by giving me that again. In fact, I welcome it. Yes! Level 20! Now I can get that 3% boost! Alright, let's see. Oh, wait. Foolish. Foolish. I skipped a step. Important one at that. Alright. Oh, yeah, you gotta hold it. I figured I'd put the spin on the camera to give it a little, I don't know, pizzazz. Give a little flair. Give it that little special something. Or that last Michael Bay movie. Oh my god, there were so many camera let's see. Let's just say like this mailbox is Jake Gyllenhaal. Like the camera was doing stuff like this, and there's some bad directing, or it was overuse of. It's bad directing because it's overuse of a directorial cameraman gimmick, which was, hey, a lot of that around the characters, and then shoo, like that. Again, just imagine this mailbox was Jake Gyllenhaal in that movie. What was that stupid movie called? It was like Ambulance or something in the L.A. So it lets you know that this took place in L.A. Just so you know, L.A. You know, like I need to be reminded that most movies are set in California, or bands mostly. You know, a lot of bands come out of California. I lived in California. I don't need California to be thrown in my face like that. Yeah, especially when it's thrown in everybody's face all the time. So, and I'm not bad-mouthing California. I'm just saying I've lived there before for many years. It's not as great as a lot of people say it is, or want to say it is. I mean, is it worth paying, the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I'm a big fan of, to tell people, come to California? No, it's not. It's not that great. I mean, there's cool stuff about it. Yeah, it's a cool place to visit, but would I want to live there? No. Just like Seattle. I'm glad I don't live in Seattle. I live in a suburb of it. Because living in Seattle, I don't have anything positive to say about living in Seattle, to be honest with you, so... And I'm not bad-mouthing Seattle again, but I'm also not going to promote it either, because I'm kind of on a different bandwagon, which is, F Seattle, forget Seattle. It's not that cool. I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, it's cool, but it's not. I'm just glad the hype has died down, because it's no longer the 90s or early 2000s. Just gonna leave it at that. Oh yeah, Frost Axe, because I still have the Frost quest and I picked up a new Axe quest. Let's see. Sharpened. Let's go with that. Nimble. What's that do? There are so many of these that I don't know. That would be cool, I guess, if you're really good with the dodging, but I have problems with the lag input in this game, so my dodging sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go with this stamina regen. You can never go wrong with stamina regen boosting effects. I mean, you really cannot. They're just very, very important. Oh, whoops. You know what? No. You know what? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry, folks. My brain is just hit a hiccup. Alright, now for the war pike to get their time in the sun. Who knows? Maybe I might end up enjoying the weapon. I might play it a little bit, I don't know. Maybe I won't. Ooh, I like this one. This one's actually a pretty good one. Do I want to boost it though? Probably not. I mean, I don't know, what would it bump it up to? Slay 8? 8 or 9, I think. Yeah, I'll just stick with that. Alright, now let's see what do I need? Well, I could just equip a frost axe. Oh no, wait. The frost chain blades. I can knock those two out and then get halfway through this. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. In fact, I'm going to go with it. Oh yeah, let's see what happened with this. Level 2! Yay. I don't know, I might play around with that weapon later. Another time though. Maybe even off camera. Or off stream. Off camera. Off stream. I'm already off camera because I don't have one on me. Let's see what we can do with this. Well, we can do that. This is actually a pretty good weapon setup. If you do the one, I don't know what it's called, the lantern abilities, you get like a cool fountain that shoots up with these weapons. Not a bad ability. I thought I'd like this vampiric cell, but I don't know. I didn't care for it as much. So I think just having more HP probably more beneficial. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this game. I haven't been playing this since since its first iteration, which this is its first iteration, so I can't really talk about it like that. So, but I haven't been playing this for as long as other people, so I am far from an expert in anything. But I have found a couple cool little shortcut things, like when you're in a hunt and doing the reload into the same battleground, but now you've gotten your consumables back, as well as you're back to being knocked out and then coming back at almost full health. So I mean, that was a cool little discovery. And then I saw a video somebody made of it, and I thought, wow, cool. He beat me to the punch though, so I can't do a pro tip video, a Dauntless pro tip. So I still have yet to see anybody do Monster Hunter pro tips like or on the same subjects, mind you, either. So I guess I'll just stick to that. Well, it is now 3 o'clock on the West Coast, so actually it's not because of time though, it's just I was going to quit at 3, so I will resume this another time. Not sure who. Oh, looks like they left. Alright, well, it's whatever. I mean, I'm glad I got a little bit of viewage out of them. So, well, with that said, I mean, I don't remember the person's name either, so otherwise I'd just thank them again for stopping by and leaving a comment. Much appreciated. But with that said, depending on where in the world you are, have a good morning, a good day, or a good evening. And I'll see you next time. Danny, out.